Merry Meet and welcome to the Witch's Cauldron. My name's Paula. Today is another one of my deity spotlights. This is where I focus on a particular god or goddess, go over some of the basic mythology associated with that god or goddess, and then go into the correspondences and possibly what time of year you could invoke them or incorporate these deities into your rituals. So I thought, since I've done Mabon, now I'm going to do the goddesses, a couple of goddesses that are associated with the autumnal equinox. So the first one of these goddesses that I would like to concentrate on, they kind of go hand in hand, but I'm going to do the second one in a separate video. The first one is Persephone. Okay, in Persephone's mythology, most people recognize her as the bride of Hades, but a lot of people don't realize what transpired so that Persephone became the bride of Hades and the queen of the underworld in Greek mythology. Now, Persephone is the daughter of Demeter, or Demeter, as some people pronounce it. And Hades knew that Demeter would never agree for Persephone to come to Hades, to come to the underworld with him. She would never agree for her daughter, her beloved daughter, to be aligned with Hades. So what he did is he made private arrangements with Zeus to kidnap Persephone and brought her into Hades. What they didn't figure on was Demeter's profound sorrow at the loss of her daughter, with her daughter being kidnapped, and her determination to find out where Persephone was and bring her back home. Any of you who are mothers know how protective you are of your children and would have acted the same way if a child of yours was kidnapped, correct? You would move heaven and earth itself to find your child. What she did actually brought all the other gods and goddesses to their knees. Demeter is the goddess of agriculture, and when she went on strike, so there was no food, people starve, they stop worshiping the deities, and they start cursing and stop making offerings to the deities, and then the deities starve because they are not being worshipped and they are not receiving offerings or adoration from their followers. With the help of Hekate or Hecate, depending on what pantheon you follow, they brokered a deal to bring Persephone back. The thing is that Hades had tricked her into eating 6 pomegranate seeds, which bound her to the underworld forever. Okay? The pomegranate is commonly known as the fruit of the dead, because she had partaken of the fruit of the dead. Hades was saying, listen, she's not allowed to leave. They brokered a deal where Persephone would be allowed to come to her mother for a portion of the year, and then she had to return for the remainder to the underworld. So now, to throw a little wrinkle into the whole thing, there are many scholars that say that Persephone is actually one of the most ancient deities that there are. And she was, in fact, the original ruler or queen of the underworld before Hades. So there's a little bit of, disagreement among scholars, but the typically held mythology is what I just explained. And when you call upon Persephone, you are calling on finding long-lasting, true love, okay? But Persephone also can be invoked to banish ghosts and facilitate communication with dead souls, okay? She is also invoked to have a painless and peaceful death. Her favorite or favored peoples are widows, okay? She is also called Kore in the Roman pantheon, and many people call her Persephone when she's in the underworld, and then they call her by Kore when she is with her mother Demeter. As Kore, she is the maiden goddess, and then as Persephone, she is the mother goddess and the goddess of the underworld, the queen of the underworld, with her husband Hades. Typically, when Persephone manifests, when she is with her mother, she appears blonde, fair-skinned, fair-eyed, in very light-colored, happy colors, okay? When she is Persephone of the underworld, she appears with dark hair, dark eyes, and in very dark colors, black, purples, dark royals, blues, crimson, red, the very darkened, blackened colors, okay? Her allies are her mother, Demeter, Dionysus, Orpheus. The sirens are her servants and her companions. Hekate or Hecate is her handmaiden. Even though Hecate is a primordial being, she is older than the gods and goddesses. So that's why there are some scholars that say that Persephone is a much older primordial deity, primordial being, along with such beings as Gaia and Hecate, rather than being a goddess like is typically held. Hecate is not only her handmaiden, but she is also her messenger. Hecate aided Demeter in brokering the deal to bring Persephone back, and in fact is the one who found where she was. She is also aligned with Artemis and Athena, but her rival is Aphrodite. Okay, they do not play well together. The zodiac signs affiliated with her are Scorpio and Virgo. In the solar system, the moon and the planet Pluto are affiliated with her. The celebrations affiliated with her are Lunasa, Mabon, Ostara, and the 12th night. Her element is earth. Trees are aspen, cedar, cherry, fir, pomegranate, black poplar, and willow. Herbs in the garden are daffodil, ivy, poppy, and vervain. Miscellaneous plants is dittany and grain, particularly corn. The animal is the bat. The bird is the owl or the screech owl. And the intents for magic and powers associated with her are acceptance, the afterlife, agriculture, changes, clairvoyance, cycles, death, knowledge, magic, specifically crone magic, the otherworld, underworld, rebirth, renewal, sleep, and wisdom. In her aspect as Kore, okay, the zodiac affiliated with her is Virgo. And when she is in her Kore aspect, remember, she is with her mother Demeter or Demeter. She is affiliated with the spring. Her element is earth. The celebrations are Lunasa, Mabon, and Twelfth Night. Her intentions are agriculture, growth, honor, hope, innocence, life, purity, and youth. When she returns, she then to Hades in the underworld, she then takes on the aspects of Persephone. So there you have it. Some of the altar items that you can use, in addition, offerings that she enjoys and appreciates are spring flowers like the daffodil, roses, and black crystals. That's it for this video, my friends. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already and giving this video a thumbs up. It really does help me in the YouTube algorithm and gets my videos added to the recommended. If you've got any questions, pop them down below in the comments section. I'm usually pretty good about answering my comments within a day or two. And as I always say, my friends, merry we did meet, merry we will part until we merry meet again. Be well and walk in love and light, everybody. Bye.